Let's rewind then. Good evening, Helen.
Hello, everybody. I'm really, really sorry about that. It was circumstances completely beyond my control, and um, and obviously beyond Snake's control as well. Because
Yeah,
really, we're just here to talk to you and have a lovely evening, aren't we, Snake?
absolutely. And we're going to have a lovely evening, and there's no need to apologise because you're here. It's fantastic. You're here, but you're in Burnham on Crouch
Yeah.
in Essex, and barefooting
Yeah.
was fantastic.
Oh, thank you. I did it earlier because yesterday Snake and I tried to see if we could do it, real time for you guys, on Zoom, which is apparently notoriously difficult, and uh, and so it proved, didn't it, Snake?
It did prove. So we've come up with a plan B, haven't we?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah. So
So
you two
go on.
are you're been isolating and locking down in Essex, and you're looking well on it.
Bit, bit of a tan from the allotment,
Yeah, because you've still been allowed to go to the
um,
allotment.
and I'm trying to be healthy.
Yeah.
But obviously, this does come into play because it's all. I don't know about you, Snake, but it's almost like you get to about like 4:30 and you think, whoa, I better reward myself.
For locking down so well, and yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Do you feel a bit like that? A bit of a reward at the end of the day?
I do. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, good man, good man. But you're looking very well too.
Yeah, I've been in the garden a little bit as well,
Yeah.
and I try and do my morning breathing exercises outside when the sun's shining.
Oh,
Yeah, stand by the pond and go.
yep. Is that where you were when I rang you this morning, or were you out walking?
We were doing our daily once round the block, around the village that you sometimes do with us when
I love that.
yeah, when we're
Love
in
that.
when we're in the real world, and you stay with us in between gigs,
Yeah.
and yeah, you come around the village with us, don't you?
Yep.
And
Uh, and also I've been trying to I've started trying to run again. Well, jog again.
yeah,
And I bought myself some brand new running shoes in Manchester, and then I was at Snakes, so I tried them out on Snakes Walk. So I thought that would be a good place to start. But it was really funny because I was actually jogging,
you were.
and Snake was just kind of walking casually beside me. So that's how fast I was going.
No, no, I was impressed, and we've got the photos somewhere to prove it, haven't we? But
You we have, yeah,
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 but I wouldn't
yeah.
be able to find them right now. But maybe I'll dig them out.
You do. It was good.
Now I can tell you from the chat that other people are joining us. They also have their glasses primed, and let's say hello to all the people who are not chatting because there are more of them. Because not everybody likes signing up to YouTube and chatting away. So hello everybody. Not only people that are
Oh,
chatting. Hello Judy and David, the Marmalade people, and hello Phil
can
and
I see the
Kath, and
names?
hello
Oh,
Stella. Mm. So maybe you should let's do another song because as we've
yep,
explained, we've had to kind of do your bits and then I put my bits on your bits, haven't we?
yeah.
So really, you can sit back and enjoy your
That
wine.
sounds rude, Snake. That's a bit. Ooh, matron, that.
Oh, you're just reading stuff into stuff.
Yeah, go.
Yeah, and lots of people are saying it's good to see you. And Melanie Paris has joined us from York, who put us on at the Early Music Centre in York
Ah,
many
hello,
times.
Melanie.
Hello,
Hello.
Melanie.
That was
Yeah,
lovely.
that's what a
I
lovely gig
love
that
that
is.
gig.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
So I think we'll do some Northern Soul. We'll do Open Your Heart.
Yeah.
Should we do that one? Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Hi, Snakey. Do you fancy having a look at this one?
Oh, you're there again.
A 1, 2, 3. Do I go disappear from the bush? Oh, weird. Oh, it doesn't make no noise. 1, 2, 3. Running on that computer.
Walk right on in. Stretch out your arms. Let the love light shine on my soul, baby. Let my love come running in. You know that I needed you. I needed you a long, long time. My pride is too much for me, baby, and I'm about to lose my mind. Walk right on in, let your love come running, and open the door to your heart. Open the door to your heart. Open the door to your heart, and let love come running in. Ooh. Let it flow like the river. Let it flow like the light. Take all my mind and soul, baby. Why don't you give it sight? I'm trying to keep from loving you, and I've been loving you a little bit too long. Darling, darling, you've been sweet to me. That's what keeps my love so strong. Walk right on in, let your love come running in, and open the door to your heart. Open the door to your heart. Open the door to your heart, and let love come running in. Ooh, let love come running. Let your love come running in, and open the door to your heart. Open the door to your heart. Open the door to your heart, and let love come running in. Let it run, let it run, let it run. Walk right on in, let your love come running, and open the door to your heart. Open the door to your heart. Open the door to your heart, and let love come running in.
Yeah.
Hello.
You're back.
I'm back, yes. I have to say that this is quite a learning experience in terms of technology, Snake. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
For all of us, I think.
You might be leaps and bounds ahead of me now after doing this for so many weeks. How many weeks have you been doing it
This is
now?
show number 39. It's show number 40 tomorrow.
Wow.
But you're my first sort of live in the stream guest.
Okay. Okay. So we can be kind of forgiven for slight inconsistencies, yeah?
Forgiveness just doesn't come into it. You know, there's no sins have been committed. Mind you, Joe did say mute your mic while I'm.
Yeah.
What?
No, I just got a message through, and it's a good job I wasn't saying something like,
Some
well,
rude
spit off, eh?
words. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, people are loving the birdies, the Essex birds that you played earlier on.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay. I was going to ask you something. Can't remember now.
Yeah.
Oh, gone. Over to you.
Okay. Well, Darren, who wrote that song? Darren Banks, wasn't it?
Daryl.
Daryl Banks. Yeah.
Is that one of Daryl Banks? We do two,
I think
don't
it
we?
is,
We
yeah.
do yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
when we go out as a duo or as a trio more often, Burden of Paradise, we do quite a lot of Northern Soul, but in an acoustic style, don't we?
Yeah. Like stripped right back.
Yeah.
Stripped right back to nothing. And we do 2 songs by Daryl Banks, somebody that I'd never heard of at all until Dave Bowie Jr. introduced me to a lot of these songs. But we tell a good story about Daryl Banks, don't we?
Yeah, Dave is the third member of Burden of Paradise, and he told us how Daryl Banks came to a sticky end because he got shot, didn't he?
Yeah. He was madly jealous of his ex-girlfriend's new lover, who was a policeman, and he apprehended them in the street one night, and the policeman was off duty. But as is so often with American off-duty policemen, he had his gun probably tucked down the back of his trousers, like they do.
Yeah.
And he whipped it out and he shot Daryl. Or Daryl tried to shoot him and he missed. And then, anyway.
Yeah, it's not a good...
End of Daryl. So, which is quite sad.
Yeah, it's not a good week to be talking about American policemen being violent, really, is it? So we'll move on, eh?
Yeah, let's move on from that sad, sorry tale.
Very sad, sorry tale indeed. So what have you been missing in the lockdown?
What I've been missing?
If anything?
Well, actually, apart from getting on a train and coming up north to see you guys and my mates in Manchester that I do stuff with and my mates in Daphne's that I do stuff with, life here is quite kind of as it is. The only thing that we don't do is go to the pub.
Yeah.
But then we stopped kind of going to the pub anyway, really. We didn't go very often. So actually,
not much
same
change.
as, really.
Yeah, apart from we're all missing the gigs.
Oh, God, yeah. Really, really am. And I mean, I heard you say a couple of weeks ago that, gigs in the future were going, oh, sorry, no. Oh, and it was getting like that. Have they stopped doing that now? Has there been a kind of tailing off?
Well, I mean, pretty much I had my Japan tour cancelled. That was just the end of the year. So pretty much the whole year's gone now. We were still going to try and rescue some things.
Yeah.
Desperately trying to rescue things in late summer. But I heard of some poor promoter, I won't mention names or places in case it's all yet to be revealed, but they did a risk assessment to see, with the new guidelines, how many they could have in the audience. 9.
9?
Yeah.
You'd have to charge them like £1,000 each, wouldn't you? Sorry. Come on, where's your money?
Yeah.
No, I mean, it is. I think it's going to last for quite a long time.
Yeah.
But I'm really rooting for next year. Every aspect of next year is going to be amazing.
Yeah, because so many things have been... people call you up to cancel something and they say, could we make it the same date but next year? Don't they? Because you would have... what have you been missing? You would have been on tour with Daphne's Flight, wouldn't you, recently? Or still
I think
now,
we'd have... I think we might have... We had some gigs in Germany.
Oh, yeah.
I think we might have been in Germany now.
Yeah.
And then that was the end, I think.
I see, yeah.
The last gig was the Rotary, just down the road.
Oh, really? Yeah.
But I think that was like last weekend or something.
Oh,
So,
local.
I'd finished. And so us Daphne's girls have been trying to keep the interest afloat by doing this kind of thing and
Things
little
like this,
snippets here on Facebook and everything, because we had an album to promote. So that's difficult, isn't it? And you've got an album to promote as well, haven't you?
Yep. Time Stand Still is my album, which is available for sale. And Daphne's Flight. But what's the name of the CD?
Daphne'sFlight.com, I think. I'm just asking my amanuensis in the background here. Is that right? Yes.
And what's
it is.
What's the album called?
On Arrival. On Arrival. I could show you a picture of it.
Oh, please do.
Or I could show everybody a picture of it.
Show everybody in the whole streamosphere a picture of it.
Yeah,
when
that's
it's
more difficult because
yeah.
our house has turned into a chaotic mess. Look, there,
Yeah. Oh, brilliant! You're right in the
yeah,
middle
I'm right in the middle there.
on
Yeah, yeah,
arrival. Yeah, fantastic.
yeah. So, and have you got yours there?
Not to be outdone.
No. Oh.
Oh,
Oh my
autofocus.
God, Snake, that looks like the potato field near Weaverthorpe.
And do you know why it looks like the potato field near Weaverthorpe?
Yeah.
Because it is. Yeah, I haven't told you
I
that,
can,
have
I can spot a potato field 200 miles away, mate.
Yeah, that photograph was taken by me. It's Weaverthorpe is in North Yorkshire, Northeast Yorkshire, and we played there on one of our many illustrious village hall tours, didn't we? And
It was great.
the furrows looked amazing, and then what happened at the gig?
Oh, well, it was like a corrugated iron village hall, wasn't it? It was
It
like,
was, yeah.
and I think that was the time it had been snowing up on the tops, and the snow had collected in the corrugation of the iron, and we drove past the village hall because it was blending in with the potato fields and the snow. And then we got in there and the door was open, but there was only the three of us there.
Yeah.
And we went in and there was a small table with a large sack of potatoes on it. And I said, jokingly like, oh my God, look, this must be the raffle. And it was.
It's the raffle
And
prize.
well, yeah, we didn't actually win it though, did we? Somebody else won it
We
and they
didn't
gave it to
win
us.
it fair and square, did we?
No.
We blathered on all through our first set about wishing, hoping, and wanting to win the sack of potatoes in the raffle. And then whoever did win it felt sorry for us and gave it to us, didn't they?
They did. And we ate most of them, didn't we?
We did, because that was one of our biggest tours ever. We had a whole 9 gigs, didn't we, in North Yorkshire, and we stayed in a self-catering self-catering cottage near Thirsk, and ate all those potatoes, or nearly all of them.
Yeah, and we had potatoes for breakfast, lunch, and before we went off to the gig. Potatoes several ways. It was great.
It absolutely was brilliant. And I'd like to thank Left Hander for donating, chucking into the jar. I heard that clang.
Oh.
Right, another song, I think.
What are you going to do?
No Moon at All.
Oh, nice one. This is actually very exciting for me because I heard them the first time round, but now it's a fresh interpretation.
Yep, because to make this work, after many hours of trying to actually do it in the same room on Zoom, we're using the performances that you performed when we did them a couple of weeks ago. Very beautiful. No moon at all. Right, mute your mic or be quiet. And here we go.
Snakey.
Yes.
Full moon tonight. Remember this one? No moon at all for the night. Even lightning bolts will dim the light. Stars have disappeared from sight, and there's no moon at all. No moon at all, it's so dark. Even Fido was afraid to bark. What a perfect place to park in. No moon at all. And if you need atmosphere for inspiration, dear, one kiss will make it clear. But tonight is right and bright moonlight, my baby, the field. No moon at all above. This is something that they told us all. Just to think we fall in love, and there's no moon at all. into view. Moon it all above. This is nothing like they told us all. Just to think we fall in love and there's no moon at all. No moon at all.
Hello.
Hello, Helen. You were great.
You were great.
Oh,
You were. I was trying to remember where I got that song from, and I might be wrong, but I think it was the woman who was English, but she did "Cry Me a River," like 50s, early 60s, and I had an album of hers, and I
Julie
think that
London.
might. Who?
Julie London? No.
Yes.
Was it?
I think it might be. Yeah. Yeah.
Pub quiz trivia?
Brilliant. Brilliant.
Great song.
Because she had a dodgy manager, stroke husband,
Right.
who, you know how sometimes that happens, and he made her wear a bikini for her first album cover. I mean, that wouldn't happen now, would it?
No, I don't think so. Oh, dear. So, have you got any rain down in Essex?
Yeah. Oh, at last, because we talked yesterday, didn't we, about rain? Because I've got an allotment, and I've been going over there nearly almost now 2 times a day just to water my babies,
Yeah.
and it was getting depressing because I thought I'm throwing all this water at some cabbages,
Yeah.
But
But
hey.
finally, they've had a good dousing now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was good.
We harvested our first broccoli today. Oh, so excited.
Oh, fantastic.
That's a great moment
love it.
in a boy's life. First broccoli of the year.
How beautiful. And did you harvest and eat?
Yeah, it went straight into my porridge.
Yeah, I know how you like broccoli with your porridge. Yeah. But was it cooked or did you cut it in raw?
I didn't go to the picture of you, so I was chatting away to you and they were just seeing me. But now they can see you. Oh dear. Early days. I've got a picture of my broccoli somewhere.
You got a picture of me running and your broccoli. Fantastic.
I don't think you can see it.
Oh yeah.
Can't focus it. But you
there's
can tell it's green.
there.
Oh dear.
But I am putting, after watching you eat your breakfast in open-mouthed astonishment on several occasions, I have started putting ginger and black pepper and turmeric into my porridge. So
there you go. I'm a trendsetter.
You are. You're on piece with broccoli, mate. It's supposed to be very good for you, isn't it?
Well, that's my theory. I mean, I do like it as well. I've got to. I've got to enjoy it more. But really, I started putting it in my porridge because I thought it was going to do me good and keep me alive longer.
And now you can't live without it.
These lot sometimes get fed up when I talk about porridge, but they're ever so good to me, and they only get sort of just mildly jokey about it. They never tell me to.
Who are you talking about? The people who are watching you.
Our audience, yeah.
But they probably think it's fantastic because if I was in your audience, look, everybody, there's our cat, Corvax.
Corvax, yeah, he
might come. Anyway,
he was in one of your live performances the other day.
Sorry, he did, yeah.
The one,
That's the kind of thing I find fascinating about people that I don't really know. When they're talking about, what they like to eat for breakfast. I love that.
yeah, that's a good opening line, isn't it?
Yeah,
What did you have for breakfast?
yeah.
And Neil Fairclough, don't you? Who
I know Neil Fairclough.
you've
What a
played with
love.
him, and I used to be in my band, and then he went off to join Queen.
Yeah,
Anyway, he always used to say, "What are you having for your tea?"
yeah,
Always.
yeah, yeah. No, I've got mates like that. In fact, I say to quite a lot of my mates, "What are you having for your tea?"
Yeah. Now these
Because
lot,
if you like food,
yeah,
you like talking about it, don't
yeah,
you?
and these lot are all chipping in now. They're saying ginger keeps the COVID-19 away. Now that is quite sort of, I don't want you to take that on its face value. We're
Wow.
not here to give you health advice, but John in Glasgow, he reckons that ginger keeps his COVID away, and Mick Day's loving his Marmite.
Oh,
And
yes.
and Alison actually stirs chocolate into her porridge. Mm.
Oh,
Not sure about the health
nice.
benefits of that, but it sounds
Cream,
delicious.
cream. No, if it's dark chocolate's supposed to be like really good for you, isn't it?
Is it
You
dark,
know.
Alison? That's what we want to know. Is the
Yeah.
porridge full of dark chocolate or milk chocolate?
If it's a
Turmeric.
milky bar,
You
not
mentioned,
impressed.
yeah, you have turmeric in the morning, and somebody else is saying
Yeah.
it's brilliant anti-inflammatory. Salt and cinnamon Judith has in her porridge.
Oh, oh, I like that.
Mm,
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
but that smacks you in the face in a good way.
yeah.
John from Glasgow. He's qualifying that. He said that's what the Chinese say.
What,
Mm.
turmeric?
No, about the ginger and the COVID.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I read an article just before we came on air that
Mm.
vitamin K is really good,
Yeah.
and vitamin K you can find in some cheeses, Dutch cheeses.
Yeah, dry, hard cheeses in it with vitamin
Yeah,
K.
yeah. And I could eat that until it was coming out my ears. So,
Actually, there's something coming. Oh, that's the cat behind you.
oh, cheese!
Cheese grommet. Cheese grommet. Oh dear. I've got a haiku. I was going to give you a haiku to read out, and I forgot.
Oh yeah, go
So
on.
I'm going to have to do them. I think this is one of Val's. You've met Val, but you may not remember him. Val Schultz from the Midlands. Yeah. And his main interests are doing the garden and playing the saxophone.
Ah,
So I think, this is all about gardening, really. Sort of. Anyway, I'll just read them out and stop blabbering. So this is from last week. Relaxing Sunday. Lots of sunshine, luxuries. First strawberries picked. Yeah, and we picked ours, I think, the day after. First strawberries. Strawberries came in before the broccoli.
well, Claire has got interested in the strawberry patch on the allotment,
Yeah.
and weeded it and put a net over it, and then we think, well, other people on the allotment think that maybe rats have a little run through there and take the strawberries in the night,
Yeah, that
which
happened
is
to
a
us.
bit demoralising, isn't it?
Yeah. We had a rat issue a couple of
Did
weeks
you?
ago, yeah.
I don't really know. I mean, I have seen them up there, and I have to say, they're absolutely beautiful. They're the most beautiful colour, and they've got all the shiny fur, but I don't want them there. I don't want them
Yeah.
eating my veg.
I have never heard a rat called beautiful ever, but I mean, yeah, they're
I
not.
know, it was gorgeous. It was like a tawny orange, and it was quite plump and well fed. Very, very similar to my beautiful cat.
Oh dear. Oh, that's
Has
disturbed
Sally
me.
got loads of tomatoes going in the greenhouse?
Yeah, absolutely loads. But in fact, it's the most varieties ever. I think
Ooh.
she'll probably send us a message to say how many. I think there are 9 varieties.
Of what?
Tomatoes.
Wow.
I know.
What? Sally's got 9 varieties in the greenhouse.
Yep. She's going to correct me in a
Wow.
minute, but on the chat, I expect. But it's either 9 or 11 or a lot.
Okay. I'd like to know some of their names because I've only got 3 varieties, but three of them have got funny names
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Amish paste
Wow.
and bloody bugger. Excuse me, bloody bugger.
Really? A tomato called what you just said?
Yeah, what? Butcher. Sorry, bloody butcher. I just wanted to say that other word.
Well, I've got another haiku
Okay.
from the same haiku master. This one, right? This is more recent. This is about when the rains came.
Yeah.
Beating hail rhythm, prayers for rain answered today. Newts dance to the beat. Yeah,
I like it.
I like it too. Yeah.
I like it. Okay. I tell you what, I'm going to make one up. I might just send it through to your next week's program about tomatoes.
Oh, good.
That's going to be my yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
That sounds good. Okay, I'll play another. I think we will play another song now.
Let Snake, shall we play another one? I'll just go and change into something different and
Yeah,
we'll
quick. You change into something different. And I'll pick up the baritone saxophone. That'll give you a clue. And we'll play and sing What Our Love Needs.
Oh yes. I'm happy to do that.
Yeah. We sometimes open our set with this, don't we?
Yep.
So I'm strapped up with Grandpa. What else do I need to do? Oh, yeah.
Snakey,
Yes.
let's sing a song together. Yeah? 2, 3, and
What our love needs, baby. What our love needs, baby. What our love needs, baby.
I'll love you more. Kissing and not so much hissing. Do you hear me, baby? Go, let's stop this fighting. Our love needs tightening. Yes, it does, honey. Our world is falling down. Let's build it up again from the ground. Because our hearts need correcting. Moving in the right direction from loneliness, tenderness. We'll possess if there is more kissing and not so much hissing. It will be exciting. Our love is frightening. Kissing is hunting. But when two people are in love, they stick together like a hand inside a glove. So let's head in that direction. Give our love more protection from loneliness, tenderness. We'll possess what our love needs, baby. What our love needs. You say you want me, you know I want you to. Come on, baby, here's what we're gonna do. Give our love some more protection. Keep it headed in the right direction, baby. Loneliness, tenderness, we'll possess what our love needs, baby. What our love needs, baby. What our love needs, baby. What our love needs,
Oh, That was gorgeous. Now, I've been hearing that everybody's loving the cat, so
Yeah.
I brought him a little bit closer, just so you can get more. But he's been a bit shy now.
Yeah, it was described as
yes, look,
cat bombing or something, like photo bombing, cat
photo
style.
bombing. He's photo bombing. Yeah.
Has Sally said how many varieties of tomatoes she's got yet?
We're going to know. We're going to find out.
I don't think she's revealed how many varieties she's got. Sometimes she
Maybe I'll
misses things that we say because she's gone to put something in the oven or
Oh, yeah. Okay.
nip to the
Well,
loo.
maybe I shall reach out to Sally later for a tomato conversation.
That's a good idea.
Maybe tomorrow. So I'll have 8 tomato plants in my greenhouse, and along the back, and somebody gave me a bloody butcher in one of those little pots that dissolve. They're supposed to dissolve in the soil. And the second day I went back, and it was like it had popped up out and was lying on the side. So I put it back in, and the next day the same thing happened. So I thought I better dig down, and I discovered a veritable motorway system going across the corner of my greenhouse.
Wow.
Of holes this big,
Yeah.
like tunnels, and they all met under the tomato plants.
That's amazing.
These are the problems.
Do you know Ruth Corbett? She's saying hello to us.
Who?
Ruth Corbett. Hello.
That is my sister.
Oh. Well, she loves you.
I love her. You tell her I love her. Hello, my sis. I love you.
Oh, that's lovely. And Sue Usher's there, and Ian Thomas is there, and Annie Briett is there. Oh, yeah.
Annie Briett. That's a great name, isn't it?
Yes,
I think it's a
fantastic name.
deliberate, funny name.
It also almost sounds like inebriated, doesn't it?
Inebriated, yeah.
Oh, Alison says that Sally said 13 varieties.
No way.
That's ridiculous, isn't it? That's probably too many.
I can't believe it.
Pauline in Threlkeld has had a rat in the compost heap.
Yeah, and how did she deal with it?
A snake ate it.
A snake?
It was eating her strawberries. Oh, hang on, it's a haiku. Right.
Oh.
I guess maybe it's not true. Rat in compost heap, gorging on strawberry patch. Snake eat rat, sorted. That's brilliant.
I like it.
That's brilliant.
I like that. Who wrote that one? Where does that come from?
Pauline. Pauline is an absolutely wonderful haiku writer. She has discovered, and so have we, luckily. Since this was a challenge, you see, right?
Okay.
This is show number 39, on about show 1 or 2. Duncan, the Sax Mad Dentist, who's out there, hi Dunk. He said, I've got an idea, I'm going to challenge everybody to come up with snaky-themed haikus. And we've had some wonderful ones, and I wouldn't want to single anybody out, but Pauline's the best.
Okay. Well, would I know Pauline? Whereabouts is Pauline?
She's in Threlkeld. She knows what's her face and come on.
Fania
Yeah.
and Graham.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the dog. What's their dog called?
Oh, the dog is called Aggie.
Aggie, yeah.
Aggie.
She knows all of them. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, I don't know if Vanya and Graham are watching tonight, but big love to them, or via Pauline to them. Big love from me.
Absolutely. Yeah. And what a beautiful part of the world that is, Threlkeld.
Isn't it amazing? Because you just look out of their window, and Blencathra is right there. In fact, you can't see the sky, can you, when you look out the window?
You can just see Blencathra up there like that.
Yeah.
Oh, what a mountain that is. Yeah.
And you went trotting up it one day, didn't you? With
chasing
Dave
Aggie.
Bowie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aggie in the lead.
Yeah.
On the lead and in the lead. Off the lead, actually.
Yeah. On the lead, off the lead, in the lead. And Graham used to run up and down that. I don't know if he still does.
I think he does, yeah.
You were a bit achy, boys, when he came down, weren't you?
It's a big mountain, girl. Now, do you think we should try and do one live, or do you think it's just too dangerous and could end in tears?
It's probably just a bit too dangerous, because now look how interested the cat is. I think I think it might be a bit too dangerous, really.
Yeah.
I mean, but do you have one up your sleeve from the store of the library store?
I
To
do. Yeah, I do.
You do, yeah, you do.
But we do tend to live dangerously, don't we?
Do you want me to have a go?
I mean, we've
Do I?
we've been stuck in snowdrifts. No, stuck in snowdrifts
Oh my God!
on more than
Does
one
everybody
occasion.
does everybody know that story?
I don't think so. No. Do you all know that story about me and Helen being stranded in a car, not for just one night, but 2 nights in the snow 2 years ago? Remember that really snowy winter?
Uh,
What was it? 2 years ago, wasn't it?
it
And
was 2 nights, wasn't it?
yeah,
And the first night was a really kind of weird place that I've driven. Not, I don't drive, but I've used to cycle past this place, and it's Shaw. Is it Shaw near
sure, near
Oldham?
Oldham. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
and there's a travel lodge or something, isn't there? And then the motorway's above it, and a car park underneath some
It's a
trees. Well,
Premier Inn,
that's
actually.
as far as we could get that
Yeah.
night, isn't it?
Yeah, we were trying to get back from Altrincham.
Manchester,
Well,
wasn't it?
was it Altrincham, wasn't it?
Altrincham, yeah,
Yeah.
Altrincham, yeah.
Trying to get back to North Lincolnshire, where I live, where you were going to
Yeah.
stay. And we only got as far as Shore and slept in the car in the snow.
I mean, thank God Snape wasn't driving a transit van, really.
Mm.
But, it was, as far as sleeping in a car goes, it was fairly comfortable and
Yeah.
warm.
Well, I don't know about warm.
There was a little row of cottages opposite, wasn't the Snape?
Yeah.
And it's about 6 o'clock in the morning. This woman came over out the cottage, didn't she, with loads of cups of coffee for everybody in this car park.
Yeah, because a lot of us
Wasn't
were
that beautiful?
stranded. Yeah, that was a really lovely thing. Yeah.
Yeah, if she's watching, thank you for that. Okay, listen, we'll have a go, but I'm not moving, so you might not be
Okay.
able to see my guitar.
We'll
Does that
just do
matter?
our best because we've got a lovely community here and they're ever so understanding and they'll just sympathise with us if it goes all wrong. But it's not going to go. How wrong can it go?
Okay, we'll have a go.
Yeah.
Basically, audience, the vibe here is that because Snake is playing the beautiful flute and it's light and airy and fluffy, the rhythmic inconsistencies that have thrown themselves up on Zoom might not appear so obvious. Okay?
Yeah, that's the idea.
My love said to me, my mother wore the ones slide for mine. And she stepped away from me, and this she did say, oh, it won't be long, love, to our wedding day.
Hey,
I couldn't hear you at all, so but maybe that's just as well.
it's probably for the best. But I think we were
Oh,
together.
do you think so? Well, the proof will be in the comments, won't it?
Yeah, let's have a look at the comments. Melody just bought my new CD.
Oh, based on that performance,
I don't think
probably.
so.
Yes.
No.
No.
I think now she wants some money back. No. Somebody's joined us from somewhere east. I saw it and then I missed it. Yep. Lovely job, somebody said.
Oh.
Sounding great, Mike said.
Oh.
He should know. And Sharon says lovely. And Jenny says lovely.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Salamet.
Basically, if we just stick with the more like free-form avant-garde stuff, we could get away with it.
It's the rhythm that because I don't know if everybody knows this, but I think most people probably have experienced it now. When you're speaking, it's not too bad, but if you try to do anything musical via the internet, via things like Zoom and Skype and all that kind of stuff, it just goes horribly wrong because you hear people at different times than they're actually playing, and then you try and respond to that, and then you're playing at a different time to what they're playing, and it's so frustrating, isn't it?
Well, we might have. I don't know. Yeah.
The person who sorts that out is going to be a billionaire. Who sorts that delay? It's called latency, is the technical term, I believe.
Latency.
Latency.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, that's actually quite a good album title, Snake.
Latency.
Because it's like, it's like a metaphorical, like we think we're on a level playing field and we think we're going on, but actually we're going like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very deep. Haiku.
That is deep.
Haiku.
Yeah, there's a haiku coming on there. Yeah.
There is.
Yep. Oh yeah. Normally we're done by now, but we've been chatting a lot. So I mean, just stay if you can. If you need to go, if you got somewhere to go, don't worry.
Are you saying that to me?
No, I'm saying that to everybody. Well, you as well. But where are you going to go?
No, I tell you what we've got down. We live next to a boatyard. Well, it was a boatyard, but people don't have boats very much these days so it's a bit of an overgrown, rambling mess. So when all this started, we went into the middle of it and we dug a square and we've planted flowers in there and we've called it the Corona Garden.
Oh, brilliant!
And it's just there are nettles higher than me, and so you can't actually see it. But every now and again, when the wind blows, you can see the marigolds, and I've got 4 sunflowers that are just poking up. So we will probably go and check the Corona Garden after this.
Oh yeah. Well, I'll do one more that we kind of prepared earlier.
Yep.
I'll do a Rita. Love is.
Yep.
I mean, what am I saying? We will do it.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I want to do it too. Yeah.
We will do it, and then we'll have a last chat and say goodbye to everybody. And
that sounds perfect. Thank you.
Oh, the rain's hammering down here now. That's good.
Oh, you lucky! It's the blue sky here. Blue sky.
We've got blue skies and rain hammering down. So afterwards, I can go and fill my pond more. Yeah, Indonesia. Data's from Indonesia, and it's 2:02 a.m. So greetings.
What, you've just got somebody from Indonesia.
We have somebody from Indonesia who has joined us. Yep. You're very welcome. Yep. And John Morton in Glasgow, he's got a curry arriving. That's luxury, isn't it? Having a curry delivered to you in lockdown. Right, we're going to do this tune. But by the young,
I'm ready.
By the young Aretha Franklin.
Snake, very clearly daytime for me, but we're time travelling here, aren't we? 1, 2, 3. Well, I love you, love, we love, sweet love. we're gonna find sweet love.
Sweet love,
I guess we will.
because we know love is the only thing that matters at all.
After all,
After all,
well,
I kiss, you kiss, each kiss, sweet lips.
I squeeze and you tease. We're gonna find sweet bliss.
Sweet bliss, that's all we know. Love is the only thing that matters at all.
After all,
After all, that's all we know.
I'm a lucky baby. You never do. Both of us were lucky, and we know that it's true. Love is so wonderful. I give, and you give, and we live for love. Each night and each day, we're gonna live for love.
Live for love, that's all we know.
Love
is the only thing that matters at all.
After all,
After all.
ooh, I love you, baby. You love it too. Both of us were lucky, and we know that it's true. Love is so wonderful. I give, you give, we live for love. Each night and each day, we're gonna live for love.
Live for love, that's what we do.
Love is the
Only thing that matters at all.
after all.
After all, that's all we know.
Love is the only thing that matters at all. After all,
After all,
love is the only thing that matters at all. After all. Love, 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 love,
ah, you were great.
Oh, oh, Snake, I realise that we're actually very late, aren't we? And we've run over. So
We've run over, yeah. So it's,
yeah.
but who cares? We're all locked down. We're all isolated. Oh, thanks, Ian. Thank you very much indeed. And thank you to Helen's niece, Molly.
Molly, I call her the little bitch. Okay.
That's a terrible thing to call somebody. No.
No, I love her.
Well,
Snake, that was so delightful. I really enjoyed it, and obviously at the beginning it was a bit strange for me.
yeah, but you know,
but I think we overcame it, didn't we?
we overcame it, and the lockdown life is full of technical challenges, isn't it? And
Yeah.
it was so enjoyable, and what a great way to catch up, and with
know.
all these extra friends out there.
Yeah, no, It's brilliant because I can't see all the comments. Obviously,
Yeah.
I can't see them, so I don't know. But thank you for everybody for coming and listening. It's
Well, I'm going to tell you
fantastic.
some of them. People were saying, Melanie saying goodbye, Yak saying it was great fun, thanks. And Yvonne Finney is saying, thank you, Snake, Sally, Joe, and Helen, you're an amazing combo. And Data from Indonesia is saying, thank you, Ian. I don't know why. And Celia, who is unbelievable and sent us beer from the Isle of Skye, says, see you all the same time tomorrow, which I will. See you the same time tomorrow. And Jen is saying, thank you for tonight. And people are saying it was magical and they loved it. And many thanks. And who cares how late it is. And great once again. And see you all. And love from Indonesia. And somebody's cat wants their supper. And thanks for a great evening. And thumbs up and clapping. And bye. And well done. And thanks to all concerned.
Thank you. All concerned. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank
It's
you.
been absolutely brilliant. Helen, thank you so much. That was lots of fun. Thank you, Clea,
Okay.
for
And
aiding.
thank you, Joe and Sally.
Thank you, Joe and Sally.
You Snake. It was an absolute pleasure. And really, we could just witter on all night, couldn't we, really? Left to our own devices. But
Yeah.
thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Helen. See you all tomorrow at 7 o'clock, maybe. And thanks for your company. It was really lovely.
Bye-bye from Corvax too.
And Nellie the Schnauzer says, woof, woof. It was great. And Lindsay said it was fantastic.
Woof, woof. Oh, woof, woof. Don't listen, Corvax.
And Catherine Corbett from Arklow is with us.
Oh, somebody else, Corbett. That's another
Two
niece.
Corbett's. Oh, was that another niece?